Exploring Tide Pools, Part 1. What are tide pools? The tide is the rising and falling at the oceans where it meets the land. The tide rises and falls twice each day. In some areas, little pools of seawater are left behind when the tide goes out. These are tide pools. Most tide pools are found in low areas along rocky shorelines. You might also find small tide pools on sandy beaches. Any place along the shoreline that traps creates a tide pool. Top water creates a tide pool. What causes tide? The tides are caused by the force of gravity. The sun and moon have strong gravity that pulls on Earth. This gravity pulls on both land and water, but only the water can move in response to gravity. When the sun and moon pull on Earth, they pull the ocean water into the mounds. The intertidal zone. The area along the shore between high tide and low tide is covered by seawater during high tide and is exposed to air during low tide. The area closest to the sea is only exposed to the air during the very lowest tide. The area farthest from the sea is only covered by water during the highest tides. Different creatures live in different parts of the intertidal zone, depending on whether they need air or water. What is life like in tide pool? Tide pools are full of sea life. You can see these creatures when the tide goes out. Usually, the more places there are for animals to hide or attach themselves, the more animals you will find in a tide pool. The tide pool with the most animals usually occurs in rocky area. The material the animals live in or attach themselves to is called the substrate. In tide pools, the substrate is usually rocks or sand. Intertidal animals have adapted to live in the tide pools. These animals are used to the tide coming and going from their homes every day. They have ways of kicking to rocks and finding protection from crashing waves. They have ways of preventing their bodies from drying out in the air. They also have ways of avoiding the beaks and jaws in their predators. How tide pools animals survive depends on whether it is stuck in one place or can move around. Many animals have attached to the substrate and they do not move around. This prevents them from being washed away. Finish exploring tide pool, Part 1. Wait for Part 2.